Good morning, Professor. Good morning, everyone. Uh,
Okay, Mami, good morning. All right, okay. Go
yes,
on, please.
okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Mami. Today, I will do the presentation. Attitudes of general children, parents of preschool inclusive education. Inclusive education means that those students with disability or students with special needs have the right to access and complete their education with general peers of the same age. Preschool inclusive education is referred to 3 to 6 years old children with special needs students study and live with general children in the same kindergarten class, create a normalized environment for children with special needs. Preschool inclusive education generally becomes main form that children with SEN worldwide. The attitude and perspective of general children's parents play a vital role in the process of advancing inclusive education. This research helps to use qualitative research methods to explore the attitudes of general children's parents in north of China towards preschool inclusive education. In the past 2 decades, inclusive education has generally become more popular in Western countries. At the same time, preschool education for children with special needs has received more and more attention. At present, the number that preschool children with special needs enrolled in general schools is large. Children with special needs learning in regular classes have become the most suitable model for running special education in China. We can see from this chart, children and learners with special needs enrolled in mainstream for education setting in some Europe country, the number is large. We can see this chart, children with special needs enrolled in formal preschool. It became more and more large population. It means the preschool children is more and more large. Problem statement. Parents can play a key role in inclusive process. General children are the main service target of general schools. The attitude of their parents is crucial, which directly affects the attitude of their children to special needs peers, and is related to whether kindergartens can recruit and accept children with special needs. Especially there is a little literature, little research on the understanding and attitude of general children's parents to preschool inclusive education. Research objective. The main of the study was to explore how to generate general children parents' attitudes of preschool inclusive education, and then to know further analyze the reason and factors for the problem founded, and provide a reference for preschool inclusive education setting. This study used quantitative research, used open semi-structured interview, selected 10 general preschool student parents from north of China. We use this method to do the data analysis. Results and discussion. Parents know very little about inclusive education, and some do not know inclusive education at all. Some parents of general children lack the understanding of inclusive education and the way to understand inclusive preschool education. It was found that general children's parents mainly support inclusive education emotionally and think that children with special needs should be enjoying the same rights. They expressed a lot of concerns about children with special needs. Actually, entering general kindergarten is to study and play with their children. Parents said general kindergartens do not enroll children with special needs. These children with special needs should be placed in a special school so that they can take care of their personal needs and create a safer and more comfortable environment for them. General kindergarten courses and teaching activities are basically set up by general children. Special education school or institution is more suitable for their current ability develop. Parents also expressed the concern that the main reason is that the teachers in kindergartens are generally insufficient and the teachers' workload is a large amount. The general preschool teacher may lack professional knowledge and skills for children with special needs. Parents still say that general kindergartens lack facilities and teaching activities for disabled children. In terms of policy and regulations, there is also lack of guidance or specific standards and methods for children with special needs to enter general kindergarten. Discussion. General parents have very little understanding of inclusive education. Parents of general children hold a conservative and ambiguous attitude towards preschool inclusive education. The reason may be that the society does not publicize knowledge about children with special needs enough. Parents do not have sufficient knowledge with children and even misunderstand some disabled children. Preschool inclusive education also lack legislatively guarantees and social support. Parents lacked channels to know relative information. Children with special needs cannot communicate, study, and live well with general children due to their own physical disability. The degree of disability and the type of disability of children with special needs will affect parents' attitude towards inclusive education. Children with special needs need individual counseling, which requires a lot of energy from the teacher, and the teacher's care of their students will be reduced, which is unfair to their children. Children with special needs lack the ability to discipline, and they will suddenly have some abnormal behaviors, which have bring some unfavorable change to normal teaching activity. General parents have recommendations. The government and education department should increase publicated or inclusive education, especially professional knowledge, and provide lectures about preschool inclusive education in kindergartens, and carry out inclusive education attitude in some kindergartens. Stress the teaching force of preschool inclusive education, provide training or ordinary preschool teachers to teaching children with special needs, and set up special education teacher in some kindergartens. Set up a team to experts to develop the curriculum activities of the kindergarten. That's all. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, Mami, for your presentation on attitudes of general children, parents in the China context with regard to preschool inclusive education.